Dixie D'Amelio. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. Hey, I'm looking at you on Zoom. I see a white background, so it's hard for me to gauge. Are you in your house? Are you, where is this at?
I just moved into my new apartment. Those are shades, but yeah.
How is it? Are you decorated yet? You get the furniture and all that stuff?
Not decorated yet, but I do love it. It's very nice, kind of having some space to myself.
Quarantine life 2020, this year has been so bizarre for a variety of reasons. How has this, this block of time treated you? How are you? Are you stir crazy yet?
A little stir crazy, but I feel like everyone's gotten used to it. And also, I was just talking to someone the other day. I never would have done anything with music if this didn't happen. So I always try to find the positive with the negative, but if I was at home doing nothing, I would never have recorded and wouldn't be here right now.
You really think so? I mean, just being confined to your house made you kind of branch out into this, like, new space?
I was just so nonstop. I would have had a second to be doing this. I had so many things planned that I don't think I would have like sat down and actually have done this. So yeah.
What else are you working on? Because people are going to ask me. EP, album, new music. What else is, kind of on deck?
I definitely have a lot of new music coming that I'm super excited about. I can't really talk about anything yet, but it is coming very, very soon. So I'm very excited.
Top secret stuff we're talking about.
Yes.
My understanding, you graduated high school during the pandemic. I mean, and my daughter graduated, elementary school. I've seen it, from through her eyes. But give me your POV on graduating 2020 style.
For me, it honestly wasn't too bad because I have been to my school's graduations for years before, and they were so long. But walking in and getting to my seat and my diploma already being on my seat, I was kind of like, okay, this is not going to be very long. We had like 4 speeches and then out. I mean, obviously, it was very sad that my parents weren't able to see it, but it was live streamed, and I didn't think it was too bad.
Very cool. I'm not sure if college or what your thought, what your next step is, but maybe the next one you'll have like this full on blowout graduation, if that's a
I
thing.
know. I hope we can like go back because I wouldn't mind like a real one and be able to see all my friends again because we didn't have a prom either, so that wouldn't be too bad.
How anxious, when the time is right, are you to get on the road and tour and perform your music? Because I think we spoke on the iHeartRadio Music Festival post show, and I believe you told me you haven't performed at all, right? So this is a completely new thing and exciting, and maybe a little scary as well. Your thoughts on finally performing someday these tracks?
I feel like that's going to be a whole new thing that I don't understand at all. I haven't like experienced any of it, and no one has talked to me about it because we obviously aren't doing that right now. And I'm just very nervous what it all entails, but I also can't wait at the same time. So.
Your fans are going to go just crazy, but yeah, it is I'm sure it'll make your heart pound for a second as well, but quite the rush that I hear cannot be, once you get that rush of performing live and you have a great one under your belt, it's hard to beat that feeling, to my understanding. So there's that. Dixie D'Amelio is hanging out. Dixie, you met a lot of people, of course, you work with a lot of people. Have you ever been starstruck?
I have not been starstruck. I've had like weird moments where I came back to reality and was like, oh my gosh, I've seen this person online a million times and now I am with them, either like at their house or in their car, and I'm like, what is happening? But I've never like been to someone and like, oh my gosh, crying. But I do feel like that is coming soon because just being more in the music industry, and that's where kind of my idols are. Have a feeling that's going to come and I'm going to completely embarrass myself.
Give me a name if you want, that you would kind of, like, oh my God, kind of have to pinch yourself.
I feel like Trippie Redd and Lil Uzi are just 2 people that I've seen in concert so many times, and I've like listened to their music all my life, or not all my, but like growing up, and I relate to a lot of the music, and they have like a lot of emotional songs, even though they're rappers. I love them, and I feel like if I met either of them, I don't know how I'd be able to act.
Be happy. Let's play this track, talk about it. What do people need to know?
I think this song, even though it kind of has a very happy tone to it and also kind of became like a huge meme on TikTok, which also helped the song a lot.
Right.
I think how much I relate to the lyrics, and if you actually listen to the lyrics, shows how much I actually care about the song. Because I was even thinking this week, I was having a really, really bad day, and I was just kind of read through the lyrics in my head. I was like, this is exactly what I need. I want to be alone. I don't want anyone to bother me. I don't want to bother anyone else. I just want to have a bad day and not be happy for a second.
Dixie, true or false? You were at one point like this successful BMX racer. Is that is that true? And what's the story behind that?
That is true. I grew up doing BMX because my dad did it, and then I started and ended up being fifth in the nation when I was very young. Yeah.
Can you do you still like, if you get the bike out the garage, can you still do these crazy tricks and jumps and all that stuff?
I think I can. I don't think my body can, but my mind definitely thinks that if I got back on a bike, I could be in the Olympics, next Olympics. Like
God, fifth in the nation. That's crazy. All right, Dixie D'Amelio's hanging out, you guys. Dixie, do you remember your first, for lack of a better way to put this, your first, oh my God, I think I might be kind of famous moment? Do you recall that? I hate the word fame, but yeah, it is what it is. Do you recall that moment where like, oh crap, this is happening?
Yes, I was in New York City with my two friends, and we were going to New York City for the day, and we tweeted where we were going, just like thinking maybe a couple people would show up. We accidentally tweeted the wrong address, and it was a store in the mall and not the mall itself, and they had to put velvet rope in front of it. We shut down the store by accident, and there was probably 200 people around there, and the second we walked in, we just got swarmed, and then more people and more people kept showing up, and we had no idea what we did, and we kind of got in a lot of trouble because it was really bad. And then we got taken outside, and there was just so many people, and we tried to like make videos and take pictures with everyone, but it was just so many people, and we never really imagined that. And it was also kind of dumb that we did it at the mall across the street from our hotel, so people were there all weekend. But that was kind
God,
of my realization moment.
that's straight nuts, man. Like you think like a couple of people, meet 300 people, whatever. Good Lord. All right, Dixie D'Amelio is hanging out. Dixie, something your fans would be surprised to discover about you. Break some news here.
This is kind of more of like a secret talent thing, I would say. But when I was growing up, I was alone a lot. So I would spend a lot of time just like in my room messing around. And I played the violin and I also played the piano. And I was like, I want to do them at the same time. So I learned how to play the same song on the piano with my toes while I was playing the same song on the violin.
What? So you had like a band, your hands and your feet. What? Okay, so you're playing the same song on the piano as the violin, one with your toes, one with good. I'm trying to pick. This is a weird visual in my head. Do any video of this that I can check out, or is that?
There must be somewhere, or else I just have to recreate it because I feel like people will not believe me.
What the heck? Never heard. Did not expect that. All right, Dixie, is that going to be featured on the new album? Something like that?
Maybe, or maybe like first live performance, I'll just whip that out.
Oh man,
I
that's a
don't know.
go-to for sure. Dixie D'Amelio is hanging out. This is another kind of a weird true or false question, Dixie. True or false? You broke your toes at some point after doing a high kick in the bathroom because your toes hit the toilet. Is there any truth to that, or is that just madness? Some kick in the bathroom, toes broke on the toilet.
That is true, and I don't know how you know that, but yes, that is true.
When was this? I mean, what can you describe this, or should I just move on?
I forgot this even happened. I don't know when this was like in middle school or maybe high school, and I just kicked up and I didn't realize how close my toilet was to my foot, and I broke my toe. Oh my gosh, I forgot that happened.
See, that's when you blow up like this, your song's playing on every radio station in the country. People find things out like this, I guess. Yeah. Well, your toes are fine now, I guess, right?
Yes, they're all fine now.
Dixie, give me a psycho fan encounter. I love psycho fan encounter stories. By the way, I'm not saying your fans are psycho. They are beautiful, wonderful, lovely people. My daughter's one of them. But sometimes, people get a little extra. Give me another one of those stories.
So one time I was heading over to my friend's house, and right as I was walking into the house, their address was leaked. Their address was leaked, so there was fans outside, and this girl comes up to me screaming, "Can I touch your eyebrow? Can I touch your eyebrow?" I was like, "Huh? I mean, okay." But before I even like had a time to answer, she had her finger on my eyebrow, and I thought it was insanely weird. And I've said this before, but I now run into the girl all the time, and she's like, "I touched your eyebrow," and I'm like, "Hey!" So now we're really chill, and I like see her around all the time. But I thought it was crazy the first time it happened because no one's ever like been that like loud and actually touched me, and now we're cool. So it's
What the
fine.
hell? Why, why just she wanted to I can't even she wanted to touch your eyebrow.
Yeah.
Is there a reason, or what? Is she like an eyebrow kind of girl? Or I don't want to get into
I
her
don't
thing, but
know.
you know.
Maybe I just have nice eyebrows. Hopefully that's why. But it was fine. I was like, hopefully she didn't just poison me, but whatever. I was good.
Has anyone else? Is that like a thing now amongst fans, or she's just she's that's just her thing?
I think it's just the one, honestly.
All right. Well, big shout to eyebrow girl, wherever you are. What's up? Dixie D'Amelio is hanging out. What has 2020 taught you?
I think 2020 taught me how important family is because through all of this, I've and being home for 2 months when I was home in Connecticut, I didn't talk to a lot of people. And I tried to reach out and they kind of reached out, and I lost like a lot of really close relationships. But I was with my family every single day, and we didn't fight for 2 months as a family when there was like no stress. And it was just really good to spend that time together before getting back into work and everything, and knowing that they will always be like my rock, and no matter what, they'll always be there. So
Beautiful. And you and your family, you're still pretty tight, or have you got to the point where you're sick of each other and you're fighting now?
we're still very tight, and I think we're even tighter now that I moved out, so they don't have too much of me, but I still go over every day.
Quick recap: be happy, it's out. Get on this track, or you're a bad person. That's clear. New music coming soon. You're working on a ton of stuff. Where do you record? Do you record in your house? Do you record like you set up a mic, and or do you go to a studio? Where do you record at?
I go to a studio. It's really close to my house, so it's not bad. And yeah, just there.
So new music coming out. What else am I forgetting? What else do people need to know?
Um, I think that's it. A lot of music videos. I love doing the music videos with the music, just because that's my platform. But then I also have the music with it, so I love that. I'm just excited for everything. It's coming very soon. A
It's an
lot is very soon.
in the middle of this crazy year. This has been the silver lining in the cloud for you. Great things have happened, despite all the craziness.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for hanging out, Dixie. At the end of every countdown, fist bump to make it official. Tap that cam, Dixie. Pie.